What's up, you guys? It's your girl, and I'm coming at you with a second video in my bariatric experience series. I surveyed you guys on the Instagram, and you guys wanted to hear the story time video about what happened surgery day. So that is what we're going to talk about. If you are interested in the story and all of the fine details, stay tuned. Surgery day came for me with much anticipation. I had to be there at 5 a.m. being ready to check in because I was first cased August 30th, 2019. Keep in mind, this was my first surgical experience, and the whole 1 or 2 years that it took me to prep for this, psychologically, I had just put it in my head that I was going to die. That is the honest, very dramatic, but honest truth. I really felt like I was going to end my life going through this procedure. So, can you imagine no sleep the night before, having to scrub my body with this antibacterial soap, being afraid that I was going to get myself dirty, and I had to be in Manteca at 5. So that means leaving where I'm at about a half hour early. I went to bed like at 1 in the morning because I just had some racing thoughts. So fast forward, we go to the surgery. We go to Doctor's Medical in Manteca, and my friend had messaged me on Facebook prior, and she's like, what time, what location? I knew they wanted to be there. And I was kind of like, you know, girl, I figured out I can't do this. Like, I'll see you at Doctor's Medical. My phone's dying or something, because if you know me, you know my phone's always dying. They both found a way because they were both there. They pulled up the same time me and my mom did surgery day. So I'm going to go ahead and insert a clip now about my last minute thoughts, because I did feel compelled to do like a minute or two video for myself. So I will go ahead and insert that now. Good morning. It is 4:37 in the morning, August 30th, 2019. I am all kinds of mixed emotions. I'm on my way to the hospital for my procedure. Yesterday was the first time I really had a chance to kind of process everything and break down. And I was on pilot mode, just getting things ready for the program. And my friend was just like, "It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay, friend." And she hugged me and I started crying. So I appreciate her just to let me be in my feelings for a minute. Came home, I felt overwhelmed. People were messaging me, wishing me well, and I appreciate that, but I was overwhelmed. I wanted somebody else's attention. Didn't really give it to me, but I just haven't had time to process. Mom's yelling at me. What's new? So I have to go soon. So hopefully the outcome is good. It's whatever God wants. Okay, hopefully I'll update you soon. So long story short, I end up checking in. She ends up showing me to a bed with a gown, tells me to pee in a cup. Then they were going to proceed to hook me up and do all the whole pre-op stuff. So I didn't think nothing of it. I wasn't even nervous at that point, and did the whole get up and stuff. And she's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, "You look really scared." And I go, "Because I am." I said, "I hope I don't die during this procedure." She's like, "Oh, honey, we haven't had nobody die yet." And my sarcastic self was like, "Yeah, they probably pay you to say that, because I know I'd be getting, if somebody really did die, why are you going to tell the person who's going through surgery that?" Yeah, people have died, so it's like, they probably pay you to say that. And she just laughs, "No." And then she's like, "Well, are you sure you want to do this? We don't want to do it if you're not ready." And I'm thinking, oh, hell no. Send my ass back and do the whole pre-op again? Fuck no. Die or not, I'm going to go through this shit. So I go, ready or not, I'm going to go through with it. I'm not going with pre-op again. So she's like, okay. So, I go on my bed. she's hooking me up, putting in the IV or whatever, and then she's like, "Who do you want to see first?" And I felt very bad because I probably should have seen my mom first, but I was like, "Send in my friend Mari." So Mari came in and she's like, "Hey, amiga," and Mari is very honest. She calms my storm, my dramatic storm. She calms it. She's very matter of fact, and I needed her in that moment because I knew if I was going to see my mom first, I was just gonna break down crying, and it was just a lot of emotions that I just didn't. I just didn't want to see my mom first. So I seen my friend, and she called me, she hugged me, she prayed for me, and I felt a little bit better. I broke down crying, and then I'm gonna try to speed it up so it's not so long. So then I see Justice, then I see my mom, and then I see Justice, and then I see my brother. So everybody's giving me their pep talk and, hugging me and stuff and telling me I'm going to be okay and I'm in God's hands and everything like that. And it was just really nice to be able to have those people be for me like that, be there for me like that. Not even blood related. And they stepped it up. You know how much respect I have for somebody that goes out of their way for somebody like that? So much respect. So was blessed with all that. And then after that, I see the anesthesiologist very blunt. She goes, 40% of these people fail, right? You're going to have to do your part, right? You're going to have to. And I'm like, yes, yes, yeah. Like, you see one fat bitch, we ain't all the same. It's like, ugh. Anyways, I knew she wasn't going to be a nice one in the operating room. So wasn't having it with her. And then the nurses come in and I'm asking questions. And then the surgeon comes in and tells me, it's a tool and, pretty much what was going to happen. So I end up, they end up wheeling me back about 8 o'clock. And all I remember is being strapped down by my legs, being strapped down by my arms, and the freaking anesthesiologist puts a mask on me. Not even gentle. I know I'm not a kid, but I told the hospital, I am a high anxiety patient. You need to be very calm with me. You need to be la 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 because any sort of like maltreatment or rude or just they're rolling through the motions because it's their job, I will snap like this. So she freaking puts the air on my face. She goes, "Here's some air," and the whole thing was chueco. So it was like this, and I'm thinking like, this shit's supposed to go over my mouth. Anyways, by the time I asked her, "What is this for?" I was already out. The surgery itself was 2 hours and 2 hours and 15 minutes. It was longer than expected because I did have something that they needed to work around. I have a fatty liver and they had to work around it. They were still able to do it, and I got very lucky because they send people home usually if they're unable to do it, but they were still able to do it. So the aftermath of that is that I did have 8 incisions. So with that being said, all I remember is coming to my senses a little bit from the anesthesia, and I was still in the operating room, and I hear she's waking up, and then they go, "Where's Dr. Corin?" And then I hear Dr. Corin went to go talk to the family, and then they're cleaning me up or transferring me or whatever, and I just feel pushing. I was there, but I wasn't there. So I feel pushing, pulling, and I had a big bruise on my stomach. Like, when they transfer you, they just shove you because I'm a big person. So I remember being there, but I wasn't there. So I just felt the pushing and the pulling and stuff. And I remember snapping at whoever did that. And I go, "I know you have a job to do, but you're freaking rough." And I hear giggling like, they go, "Sorry, ma'am. We just need to transfer you." They transfer me. I don't remember. I think I zoned out. I just remember being the pushing and the pulling and the pushing and the pulling, and I came back to my senses again. And I remember I tried everything to just open my eyes. So I opened my eyes a little bit, and I seen the male nurse there. And I go, "Tell that nurse to stop freaking pushing me." And then I just remember opening my eye and him going like this, like, oh, all hands off, like I'm not touching this girl, you know? So I don't know. I think I was in my room, and at that point I see my brother at the door, my mom at the door, my friend Maddie at the door. Everybody was there waiting for me to just stay in the recovery room. And then I zoned out because I don't remember anything else. And then all I remember is just like I was there, but I wasn't there. And they were trying to feed me little cups, sips of water. And I got pissed off because it was forceful. You know, I wasn't ready. I was annoyed between the nurses, my friends trying to feed me water. I was just overstimulated or over annoyed. And if you know me personally, you know that my personality, if I'm annoyed, do not mess with me because I have the biggest attitude that y'all ever gonna see. So I was so annoyed, and my friend's like, I don't care. You need to drink 700 ml. You know, that's what the hospital said. So she was very adamant about giving me my water every 5 minutes. So then I just remember like snapping at them and snapping at the nurse. And from what they told me, I was very rude and I was very, I don't want water. Leave me alone. Go away. You know, just shouting out a bunch of things like, they're like, your dad called, and then I'd be like, I don't care. He's not even here. He don't care. You guys don't understand. Leave me the freak alone. And if you know me, you know that that's probably what I would have expected that. It's embarrassing hearing the stories now, being out of anesthesia, but I was in anesthesia, in pain, annoyed. So it doesn't surprise me at all. So I just remember them giving me medication and they didn't hound me at all. They're like, you need to walk. It was the evening. They go, you need to walk by 11 a.m. tomorrow if you want to go home. No problem. I woke up that next morning and I got them all in. I think I did like 3 laps, took a break, and then I took 6 laps and I just finished it off. I had my fluids down. I was able to go pee. I remember I was delirious. If you guys follow me on the Instagram, you've seen those little videos of me singing, all delirious. They're like, take your mind off something, because I was really upset that I didn't have my stomach with me anymore. I just remember singing The Wheels on the Bus and then crying because I wanted my stomach. And I said, a part of me is dead. Oh, part of me is gone forever. And then they're like, oh, it's okay. Take your mind off it. Sing. So I remember them playing Christian music, and then I was singing The Wheels on the Bus, probably thinking about work or whatnot. Anyway, so between all of that, ask my friend Maddie, it was probably one of the hardest times that I've ever been through, she's ever been through with me. So many more details, but yeah, other than that, you know, he comes in and he tells me, the surgeon comes in the next day and pretty much tells me that I can stop one of my medications, which was the highlight. Told me it's a tool. And that was that. I was able to go home and recover. And I know leaving the hospital, I got mad at my mom because she had lost a key or two on my lanyard from work because she had my keys because she was driving my car. And I was like, where's my key? That's for work. And you don't work for this industry. And I guess I was in this so worried about my damn key that they had to wheel me out because it was already time to go home. So I guess I looked like a loca being upset at my mom going down the hospital hallway. Luckily, it was a really small hospital. Anyways, so that's pretty much it. If you guys want to see the little clips of the hospital time, I do have that on my Instagram. You may go check those out if you have not already joined my Instagram family. And thank you so much for all of your support and all of your DMs over there. So I will talk to you later. Hope you guys enjoyed this video.